Welcome back to another episode of The Breakdown. This is a series where I review your gameplay and I break it down. If you'd like your replays reviewed, check that pinned highlighted comment down below. Your gameplay will be reviewed. That being said, here's what the player had to say when they submitted their review. This was a ranked Tokyo 2099 convoy match that went to 4 rounds and came with the win. The stats had mostly everyone with more KOs, damage, and final hits except me. Please tell me why I'm getting less KOs and how to get more KOs as Doctor Strange. Now, Zeke, that's actually a really interesting question, and that's something that I try to explain a lot when I'm streaming. A lot of tank players feel like this role can't carry, but a lot of the times they don't see the opportunities that allow them to carry a match or at least carry fights. And so this is going to be a great learning experience for everyone. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to try to spot the times that we could have gotten a KO and see if we're able to do something better. So let's see. All right, we're going through it. We notice that Hela is completely out of position. We should have been focusing Hela when we were backing up. So let's go a little bit further forward. Right here. She should not be there. That's way too out of position, and you should be able to hit her from here. So I would like to see you throw your shots at her. You're still not throwing it at her. You're still not throwing it at her. You just did it now, but that could have been 2 shots into her, and you could have been hugging this wall. When you're in cover, you're not taking damage, so there's no reason to really retreat backwards, especially if you have a shield like Doctor Strange. And you could have also retreated this way, which made it even harder for you to hit to get back to your team. So that person was definitely out of position. We could have gotten the KO, 2 hits, 2 hit, or 1 shot, another shot, melee, maybe 1 more as you fade away, and then just do your maelstrom. She's KO'd and she's staggering the team. These are the opportunities that we want to see. We don't want to see players out of position and just disrespecting players. Another thing that I noticed just real quick, that's not really part of the same concept, is the fact that we're using our shield and wasting it. Think about your shield as a life resource. You're not going to just stand out and let people take down your HP bar, right? That doesn't make sense. You're going to use cover. Well, the shield is an extension of your HP. So you're going to be standing behind cover just like you would if you didn't have a shield and you're playing something like, I don't know, freaking Magneto? Okay, he has a shield, but you guys get what I'm trying to say. I didn't think about it before I said it. Again, she's very disrespected here. Now, the cool part about this is we're paying attention to our Black Panther. Go in with the Black Panther right now. This boy is committed. This boy, look, like he's committed. You also have Maelstrom. He's going to take enough damage from these 2 targets or anybody in this vicinity, which is enough for you to get the KO. Watch. We'll see it. I didn't watch it, but we'll see. Boom. That's enough right there. That right there is enough. You walk up. If you would have walked with him, because you got to keep in mind, they're not looking at you. Dude, that's Black Panther. Way more scarier than Doctor Strange. So if we watch this from their perspective, right? Actually, I just go to their perspective. Duh. Let's just look at this, right? If you're walking with Black Panther here, and you're on that wall to the right, I'm not focused on you. I'm more focused on that guy to the left. So this is what we're going to be thinking about when we're receiving this. And this is what you're doing when you're playing mind games with him. Black Panther is a bit scary. She notices him. She still notices him. Boom. Right now, she's going to turn around. Or she's going to try to move back. She's going to do something because that's the priority. Okay, I guess she's just trolling. But this is what this rank is about. This is free. This is even more free than I thought it would be, honestly. Because the way that... Okay, there it goes. That took a little bit of a second. That took a bit for her to respond. It might not have registered because that character is really, really fast and it's in the moment. But that right there, you would have already been closer than this. You would have been easily like right here. Smack her once, boom, she's done. She should have been KO'd. Honestly, if you would have just hit her with your primary and then the melee attack, she would have been KO'd there. If you primary into melee, it usually cancels your primary shot. This goes for most characters, so you can kind of get like a... Yeah, you're kind of doing it there, kind of. But you see how long we're sticking in? You should be able to spot him, go, come back. Spot him, go, come back. You should not lose HP. If you're ever in a situation where you're going for a KO and it causes you to KO or you lose HP, it's not a good one. Okay, so that's a great way for you to identify if it's good or not. Your priority is on the wrong targets every single time. Whenever you're going for picks as tank, DPS, or support, you're not trying to pick the DPS. You're not trying to pick the support. You're trying to go for whoever is the easiest to take out. And on that point, maybe whoever is more important at that time. Most of the time, unfortunately, as a tank, you're going to only be able to take out those that are out of position, not necessarily those that are the most important. You're trying to do damage. You're never going to be able to take her out. And all you're doing is just allowing her to throw her stuff down anyway. Just walk up to it and block it. What I usually do is get really close, block it, take one to the face, block it, take one to the face. That way I can at least preserve my shield. Because if she breaks the shield and you drop down, you're going to end up in a situation where you don't have it and you're going to get KO'd anyway. So. Okay, let's go back. Let's go back. This was fine, but take a look at your left. That's more free than she is. She has all her abilities up. She can fly away. I didn't even realize that was going to happen, but I just know because she was up in the air for like 10 seconds. So she has her abilities up. This person just used them all because she was in that fight below. Take her out. So you're not just looking at the specific target. You're not just looking at someone who is too close, but you're also looking at how often am I going to be successful? If they have their abilities to get away, if they have their abilities to heal, burst, or whatever, sometimes you can't commit to it. As an example, let's just say you went onto this cloak and dagger. And then she bubbled up like this. You know you're most likely not going to be able to KO her through that unless you land every single shot, unless she is not getting healed. There's too many things that can go wrong. So what you would do is have her pop it, and then you would retreat. This is what we call baiting cooldowns. Then once she doesn't have anything, you proceed. A lot of your damage, you might not feel like you're doing a lot of damage, and you might not feel like you're getting a lot of last hits or KOs, because again, you're not really doing anything. It's not going anywhere. It's more or less just, you're just being a part of something. You know, you're being a part of something better. You're a cog in the machine. But if you want to climb and you want to be more successful in your matches, you got to be the actual pilot of the machine, not just a cog. Not really a reason to portal there. You didn't really need to do that. You could have done the same exact thing from here. Just fly up, right? And then go a little bit over here because they're not going to expect you, and then drop, and then you drop right behind them and get them. Again, as I said before, they had all their cooldowns up, right? This is why they survived everything. You missed kind of, and they also had all their cooldowns. So once again, just relaying the same information here is that when we go for picks, when we go for someone out of position, what we're checking for is the ability for us to land the KO, first of all. But also, do they have anything to prevent me from doing so? Do they have a way to escape? Do they have a burst heal? Do they have a support sitting there? Am I going to get taken out? Like, what's going to happen? If there's any type of chance for them to do any of that, you got to account for it. And if you can't, you're going to end up just like that. She had two charges of kind of flying up in the ball, right? Phasing out. Yet we chased it. You're not getting her because she has another charge. Also, she's running to her team, which means that they're going to help. There's just no way you get it. And this is something we could have identified when she first phase shifted away. Even if you chased her through the first one, knowing that she did it again would be like, okay, I got to go. Because I'm not catching you anymore. Nothing we could really done there. We were just getting ran over. They all had their ultimates there. So there was nothing that you could have really done. But you want to know something that you could do if you want to help support the channel and the content that I create. Click that join button down below. It really does help the channel, and it really does allow me to be able to do these free VOD reviews and free coachings and these free events that I do on stream and all that for your learning enjoyment. So if you want to back me behind that and you really appreciate what I'm doing, please consider becoming a member. It helps a lot. Let's go ahead and hop into the second half of this, and we'll be doing the same thing. And so you see the opportunity actually presents itself a little bit more when you're on attack, where you can get more KOs and things like that. It's because of the fact that you're trying to play protect the team on defense instead of playing the exact same that you would play on attack, which is why you're not really leaning into those KOs. And also, we tend to overcommit on targets we can't KO anyway. Just like what we were doing right there with the Maelstrom pop onto the thing. You know that you weren't going to KO him through the rocket. So why are we looking to finish it off? Yes, you'll get reduced healing, but you were pretty healthy. You could have held it. You're holding it right now, actually. So, yeah, you could have held it. Okay, again, save yourself and just get out. Situations like that, you just got to bail. All right, next point. You know that healer is out of position. She's not really out of position, but you can take abuse of it if she, advantage of it if she continues to move forward. So let's watch her. As you fight, watch everybody, not just the person in front of you. Squirrel Girl goes onto her. That distracts her and allows for the thing to get KO'd. Perfect. We can go on her next because she's too close. You can chase it. You can chase it. You got to land their shots, but you're doing the right thing chasing it. From here, we have to identify, can we still KO her in the situation? I think so. We can continue to chase it. Okay, she bubbled. Remember what we said. When she does that, we kind of have to retreat. This is kind of okay if she walks backwards, but she just might walk through you. Yeah, I thought she would. This is not going to be successful due to the fact, okay, that was overkill. But it shouldn't have been successful. She shouldn't have sat there and fought you the entire time. She should have been walking back to her team as she was fighting you. So in a higher rank, that wouldn't have worked. Again, you want to identify when it's actually plausible for you to get a KO. Most of the time, the ones that you're going for right now, you're not going to get them because there's always a backup plan. There's healing, you don't have enough damage, etc., etc., etc. And this is stuff that you will get more experienced at the more you play. Okay, look at the back and see if there's anybody else that we can take out. We notice that there is a Hela and then there is a Scarlet Witch. They're going to walk forward, so charge your stuff on the thing and then look to just walk straight past them. Let's see what happens. Now walk past them. She's up there, yeah? Oh, she was. It's like you have to be scanning for these things. You notice that you're only playing to what's on your screen in front of you, not actually what's beyond the person that you're looking at. If you do that more often, you'll notice more KO potential. Because they're always too close. Even right there. Even right there. She should not be there. But for some reason, you just decide to turn and not look at her. See? That's free. Walk up, smack her. KO. We're always just focused on what's here and not focused on the opportunities of players mispositioning. So if I had to say anything, the main thing that we should focus on here is to pay attention to targets that are a little bit too close to you. Once they are too close, even her, look how close these guys are. Once they're in range for you to just walk up, that's when you can execute your plan. You also have to keep in mind what abilities they have up. Are there healers there? Do they have, you know, the phase shifts such as Hela, Cloak and Dagger, or Scarlet Witch? If so, you walking up will proc it. They will then do it. After they do it, they might go back to the same exact spot. So let's just say Cloak and Dagger goes in the cloak, flies up. You can't get me, haha. And then you go back on the thing. And you intentionally come right back here. She could then appear in the same exact spot, but you just saw her use the cloak thing. She's done. Boom, that's it. So that's baiting the abilities and then executing when you know for a fact that you can get it very quickly. You're looking for quick ones. If they aren't quick, then most of the time you're not going to be able to just walk up and do something about it, okay? So I hope this helps you out. If you got any questions, of course, let me know in the comments below or in Discord. If you guys would like your VOD reviewed, check that highlighted pinned comment below. And then, of course, if you would like to support the channel, please click that join button as well. Now, for the regular viewers, I had a question. You might have noticed that this was particularly focused on this one topic. And on top of that, it was a much quicker video. And on top of that, it didn't come out with the other two versions. I'm still going to be doing the tank, DPS, and support thing from episodes 25, 26, and 27. But I'm going to spread them out. Not too far, but just spread them out a little bit. And I'm also going to have them be a little bit more digestible by making them shorter and more direct to the point. Let me know if you like that more or if you like to just have the entire VOD reviewed and me picking up things little by little. If I have it more direct, it's more consumable because maybe there's too many topics I'm talking about at once. However, if I'm just focusing on one thing, you guys know it's about that and you guys can see more examples of the same thing repeated over and over and over. So again, let me know in the comments down below. I'm probably going to pump out the next two similar to this one. And I'm going to see how you guys like it and how you guys react to it. That way you can watch it at any time of day rather than just when you have 30 minutes or more to spare. Thank you guys for watching. Until next time, you know what I always say. Thank you guys for doing what? Popping often. We'll often.